Alright, we're doing this specifically for YouTube. I said I gotta do one since most of my drafts are gonna be Twitch WODs basically. So it's a Twitch stream just like uploaded on YouTube with basic editing. This one is exclusive for this channel. Okay, so we have an interesting pack one where nothing stands up that much. This card was hyped because it's a similar version of that an iconic card was the real Tarmogo with the green 2-drop. But I wouldn't say this is too powerful and limited, so I'm looking at this counter spell, which I honestly don't know how good it is. Obviously, it's a little bit random because if you win the flip, it's pretty good. So I'm thinking to try it out. I'm looking at the Power Stone to like ramp it to bigger stuff like Eldrazi thing that's a good thing. Like Doc Umbra is a good removal. Probably Dissonant Energy is great, just like super cheap. So I could see that being an option, or the lands. Let's try a rare out. We might play it, we might not. We might splash it, we might not. But we can only gain experience from that, or learn from playing a card that I'm not entirely sure how good it is. Alright, so we could follow it up with a red removal, which is, in my opinion, one of the better cards in this pack. I think in the right deck, this has a higher upside though. So a 3 mana 2/2 Eldrazi mana. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1. And then it pings every time a creature enters the battlefield. So this one is quite interesting. I think like we cannot really go too wrong with the Bolt, because like red is like super strong as well in this format. I like the red archetypes. Leaves us a little bit more open, but that said, Eldrazi deck is one of the strongest deck in the format. Other options, Hydra is great, Witness is great, Skoa has been actually better than expected. Just in general, a strong pack. Ooh, it's 2 better than 1. One thing about the counter spells in this format is it cannot... Like, when they counter Eldrazi, you don't get the ability with this, right? And when you counter an Eldrazi, they get the ability still. So that's interesting. I'm really high on these spell lands, by the way. I could just, like, play 2. I'm not sure how this is gonna play out, but we could try. But this pack is, like, definitely more interesting. Like, there's, like, both of the spell lands are great. Wither is a good removal. So I'm looking at those. We're kind of, like, going pretty deep if we take the polarity. Okay, let's do it for the science and for the fun of it. So if we're going like some sort of controlling, is it shenanigans? We could take a draw spell. But then again, I mean, there's like a really good removal and there's a really good Eldrazi type of card. You don't even need to be Eldrazi. I guess you just need the colorless mana for this to be really good. So I'm thinking like this, we can make work. It's early enough. It has this Siege Gang Commander wipes, which used to be and still probably is like one of the better limited rares. It was like I think the best rare in the set it was in, which was Dominaria, and probably one of the better ones is Scourge, where it was first printed. This is obviously different. It doesn't the tokens don't have power, but you still can sag them. And there's a Eldrazi mana. Okay, looking at this pack, I think we have some good blue cards. This land doesn't really touch all of our colors. I mean, it only touches red, but we could go like into 3 colors. From there, this Gatekeeper has synergy with right now with the Spawn Gang Commander, but I think I'm looking at the blue cards here. This Harvester is just like Energy Matter card, and if we go we want to be Energy Matter. I think Visionary is better when you can use a body, maybe for a sack or for, I don't know what's the ability again that reduces your spells. It's on the Eldrazi, I forgot what it's called, but it counts the mana cost, the difference between the mana cost from Eldrazi and this, and the sack. This is excellent. I think people are underrating this card. Roll and the Implicit Mace has been because just to wreck some decks, that's one thing. And against decks that's not good, you usually get enough time to basically draw the cards and get the value. The token is relevant, and it is in our colors. Otherwise, I would probably either take the counter spell or teaching. One thing with the counter spells is if we play too many, they can sometimes be awkward versus Eldrazi's with good abilities, right? You still don't mind countering Eldrazi's with medium abilities. Okay, I'm looking for a splash maybe here. Like, could even move away from blue, but this card is just really good, and it looks like we're touching the energy shard, which is Jeskai, so we can make this work. Multiple pumps is quite absurd. Otherwise, you have good choices in lands, and Marauder has been also one of the better commons for me. If you, I mean, you don't even need to build around it, but it's even better when you're in a sag deck or something. You could take the land. Both are actually teamer ones, or just like a draw spell. I guess draw spell makes a lot of sense here. Even though I think we'll have to start taking lands also, especially because of the Spawn Gang commander. Decent Eldrazi, decent removal, but this fixes for our gremlins. And I think we're just doing the energy thing. Good thing is that like green is not open, so I'm not really worried. We passed all the Eldrazi cards. It doesn't look open at least. So this card is more of an artifact card or an expensive removal, but I don't want to play that necessarily. So I guess I'm happy taking the squawk here. We really need to worry about going cheaper though. Impact to something to note. Fine, this is a 1/1. It's either 3 mana or can be cheaper, right? If we're gonna have draw, like with something with Harvester makes it cheaper. I could see doing Jeskai with these, but I think we're still kind of more blue red main. Black spells cost. Could take just for the gems. Could take this in case we still specking on artifacts. I don't care that much about gems, so I'm fine taking the other card. I don't mind having Visionary, even though I don't think it's that great of a card. It's funny because a card like that would be good in a normal, like, standard set, but it's a little bit understated for this format. Could still play this. I know it's expensive, and I said we're gonna need to go cheaper, but it does gain you life for lands, right? It does work with this. We have one ramp here. I mean, it's still really expensive, so we would need to find more ways to ramp. Too bad I didn't take the Power Stone, I guess. Other options. The removal is definitely interesting. I mean, it does nerf 2 creatures. If you do it in response to any spell, maybe this is greedy. Because I do think Breaker is really good. I'll take the Breaker. But maybe I should take the removal. Okay, so bounce spell for 3, and we have a reason to play this. And when you bounce the whole board, it's quite insane, right? Well, this card, maybe it's still wrong to take that though, because like this, like, there's a land obviously, which is just free fight spell. We don't have many creatures though. That's a little bit of a concern. Clone is good. But like what I'm looking at here is this Cartographer, which kind of complements our deck well, and it's a cheaper card than this. Again, I'm still taking this. It's a mythic I want to try out, and it looks like we can get there. That said, like, I can see the other card just being better. So land, but right now we might not even go this route. So I think I'm on the counter spell here. Just something to do early. I do like this, but it's more of a... It's better in like aggro decks, obviously. It is somewhat free, so... But I could also see like taking the land here, set up for a potential splash there too. I'm still taking the counter, so we really need early game basically. The lands would also allow us to cast this. Ooh, this allows us to ramp into big stuff. Other options, what is that again? Whenever your creature attacks you, it gets -2/-0. Discard any number of cards, then investigates twice. For each card discarded. It's pretty slow because you have to then crack the clues, but I guess it doubles your cards. Shuffle 3 cards from your graveyard into your library. I think I'm taking this. I think we're too deep into blue-red to go green now. There's some excellent green cards here. But this produces colorless mana, so it serves a role of the same role as lands serve. I guess these lands are just really valuable and free, so I'm taking that over Squaw. There's a chance Squaw wheels because they went late, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, so I guess it won't wheel. 9 cards, so if some like Land is coming back, basically. Well, Land is the 10th card, so maybe Visionary Land, or I guess somebody will take the rare for the collection. We got like Visionary pick last pick. So we're taking this. Whenever you get one or more energy, it deals that damage to any target. Okay, so we could make that work, but we are kind of low on energy producers in this deck, which is funny because we're blue-red. Card draw is great. Land is okay. I mean, Land helps us splash. It doesn't do that much in our deck, though. I'm gonna still take it. Like, just mana fixing is great on that one. Ooh. This is still there. This is a 2 mana 1/4 that draws you a card. You have to play it that turn. I guess like the counter spells go in the way, but this package is stacked for us. The land, Brain Surge. But yeah, we're taking the rare. Also, like it's a 2-drop. Okay, so there's a land, but we could take this to just ramp here. I did play this in the main and best of one, and it was alright. There's enough stuff that it counters usually, and Eldrazi decks are one of the stronger decks. I'm taking this, but we need to start worrying about the lands. There's a draw 2 twice, which used to be an insane card. This helps us fix though, but I don't think we're playing this card even in this deck. I think I'm still on a land because we really need the Eldrazi mana in this deck. We have it here, we have it on the lands. And this one does fetch for blue at least. Okay, so we could go here. Like, I don't think we're playing any of the other cards. In case our mana gets there. This is a good card. I guess I'm on a land again. And now we're open for basically the white splash. Taking this. I don't think like the Gatekeeper is a good card in our deck. And there's a Skoa, which, wow, Skoa wheeled. I think we're playing the Skoas. We have the ability to ramp. Okay, so again, the same rare, which I do think can be good, but I just don't think our deck is energy heavy enough, so we kind of have to sadly pass it. This is like pack 3, so kind of just building on what we have. I'm taking the Eldrazi, like the Battle Mage. Both abilities are good. I mean, green we would still need to get, but... Oh, well, there's also the Transform. Maybe we're in a market for that more, actually, because we are ramping till here. Although I do think the Eldrazi is excellent. They're quite expensive. Okay, I'm going with a Mana Rock. This is, like, actually interesting. Hopefully we get another, like, 7-drop Eldrazi. Okay, third. No, we're taking something else because these are still they're still somewhat random. I think it's actually insane if you counter and flip the coin your way, but it's still a cancel or just a 3-mana counter spell when it goes wrong, right? But then we have another Spawn Gang Commander, which is excellent with our ramp and the good mana that we have now for it. Good removal. Another Skoa might wheel. Counterspell would be okay, but we have one already. Obviously this card is great. Now we're maybe in a market to splash this with so many Spawn Commanders. Okay, so this is interesting. There's another Transformer, but I think now we could take the land, obviously it's free, but there's this Flyer, which is just great. And there's like a 7-drop that would go really well with Binding, right? Otherwise, I'm definitely taking this over the 7-drop. But here, I think we might want the 7-drop more, because if we're not getting it, our deck gets significantly worse. It makes this like worse. And our ramp worse, but I'm not entirely sure, because this card would be good in this deck. Like, really good. I'm taking the 7-drop for the purposes of this build. So this would make these two cheaper. But then again, we have the same option where there's a really good 2-drop here. And obviously, I mean, the land, I guess, it doesn't work here that well. And there's the 4-drop, which I hopefully will, but I'm debating between these two. We do have all these like random tokens for that. I'm taking the 2-drop. Just spamming Eldrazi. So we can take another 7. I don't think there's anything like that exciting here. I guess sometimes Maze, but I think Maze is way better in a green deck where you just have a big Eldrazi. I mean, in this case we have some, but you have more there, like cheaper ones as well. This card would be great for the splash. I think like we just want to make this ramp plan work, because we're weirdly enough an Izzet Eldrazi deck. This is gonna be a 7-drop, while this one we can cycle. There's a really good land here. And there's this, which is just free and good. I mean, free, it's a tap land basically, a red tap source. Question is, do we need the draw? I don't think we need a draw that badly. So I'm just taking a free card here, because these are just value. So there's a counter spell. We're not that high on energy, but we still have some, and these are just quenches at the end of the day. Could play a glimpse, but I think I'm more on this, because, well, one awkwardness is we have this Party Trasher, but I guess it's still passable with so many counter spells. I don't think we're ever playing. Are we playing this? We're not like really proactively pumping it. I can see the Gatekeeper with so many Spawn Gang commanders. So this wheel, but there's, I guess we just take the, well, it's either a Harvester or a land. I could see a land here as well. Just to meet this requirement easier. Yeah, let's take a land. I mean, we also have the Siege Gangs. I don't think we want another Skoa. Just taking this. And here, this one is interesting, because there's a lot here. Don't have a black card to splash, unfortunately. I'm just probably taking the draw. This is insanely late. But no reason to splash green. Wow, Marauder last pick. And the land. Okay, this is definitely an interesting deck. One thing to note, we didn't get like a lot of hard removal basically. But we have counter spells. Gonna be actually interesting to build this. I'm gonna remove lands for now. I think these we all count as lands. This is also more of a land than anything. Funny enough, I think we want all of these. Like, we're really good at ramping to like 7. This is a maybe. I think we play all of our 2s. Like, these don't look like much, but we are top heavy. And even skipping like a turn. I'll play this as a land as well, I think. Yeah, we're really top heavy. So just going like from, I don't know, 2 to skip at maybe like turn 4 to go here, it's pretty sick. Question is, what do we cut though? Need like 2 cuts. I want to play both of these. I guess the Gatekeeper, but I do like Gatekeeper into Ongan. But I think it is one counter spell. And then one more card, and we add the lands, and that's it. This Visionary does, like, what it really does is it does help us with like something like Messenger. I guess this Gatekeeper, but again there's Spawn Gangs. But we're not really looking to be that aggro, so we're producing tokens though. Here. Like it's no joke dealing like 4 straight up with this, and then you can sack them. So that is an option. But then again, I just don't see another cut. Well, I guess the Squaws is kind of hard to ramp into, because these cannot cast them. This can cast it though. And it is our removal. think I'm going with this. This is the deck. And our mana will be... It's always like the mana is somewhat tricky sometimes. To give it sometimes more of a thought. So this is 3/3. This would be green, red, sorry. It's 4. And we don't have any other red, so like 4 plus 5, right? And then if, I guess we play that. This is a tap land though. I mean, one-shotting them is still one-shotting them. Like we get a big Eldrazi and can attack. And this gives us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we need more blue than red. Well, it's close though. Oh, this gives us red and blue. Okay, so we can go like this. This is awkward in a sense that it's a really expensive hand. I really need to hope we draw lands. I'm still gonna keep because we have a 2-drop we can play. The third land allows us to play this, so that buys us some time, and then depends what we really get. Like the best would be either like land into a ramp or ramp into a land or stuff like just that sort of sequence. If we get a land, this is now excellent because this draws us another card, ramps more. Okay, never mind. I guess discharge turn 1 is just such a sick tempo play on the draw. Okay, so this counts as a land. I would rather have an untapped one, but this was it is. So this would ramp us here. Well, we could, if we cycle, we could get both, right? A land and yeah, I guess we cycle. Because we can still draw a land for the turn. There we go. And probably just keeping this. Well, we could fetch red and just do this, which is probably better. Just adding to the board at this point. I guess we fetch, fight. It does decrease the chances of getting red. Okay, so if this goes through, we almost have that next turn. One problem is counter spells. I'm still gonna do this. By the way, this is on the cast, so I guess like a counter spell, we still get that. So this is something to be careful in this format, that you can sometimes run an Eldrazi into a counter spell. This wouldn't be bad for us, like they counter this, but we keep the ramp. Okay, that's a colorful mana. Yep, the boogeyman common of the format has arrived. If we get a land, we just slam that. Okay, there is a land, so we have that option. We do lose all the tokens though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it does mean that they are like in a position where they kind of have to explore from each color. I mean, colorless stuff can kill it, I guess, and I think we're just doing that. Because the Annihilator steamrolls, and they really need specific stuff. They need to sag to, I mean, they can block, but they need to sag these. Oh, they can sag these to the Annihilator. We do have some removal though. And one of the reasons why I liked sacking the tokens was also we don't have colorless mana now besides the tokens. You don't want to sack a token to sack another token to deal 2, right? This will still sacrifice other Eldrazi's, which is funny. You can sack Breaker. Let's see what the opponent has. Oh, this can tap the 0/4. It's a colorless spell for a turn. And a pretty sick card. And I think the Crystal still should grow, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty oppressive. So it's really hard for us to deal with this. Put it second from the top, they have to sack next turn. If we go this and this, I want to take the flying damage. But yeah, one thing is this can be blocked though. Okay. Also, they still need colorless mana if they sack the lands here. Depends like what they get. If they get the Eldrazi with that makes tokens, it gets awkward because they can just sack those and the Crystallis still grows. But yeah, discarded common. A lot of people are discussing this, and a lot of the community is complaining, including me sometimes when I get wrecked by it. It does feel a card you want on your side, not on opponent's side. It's just a little bit too oppressive for a common. Okay. That's not a bad target for Skull. Okay, that's probably better. Ooh. I mean, we can let them double block. They sack 2 permanents and kill these 2, and then we have a counter spell, which can potentially copy, but it's again a little bit random. We could also just play this kill 1, this sack 2. That's probably better, honestly. And I do like killing Hydra here. Although they do get +2 mana. So if I kill this, I guess we kill that. +2 mana gets them to cast this. I don't want them to double block quite yet. Okay. Annihilator, pretty powerful. Okay, match 2. So I see basically our mana is here, the ram spell is there, cheap cards plus like something to ram to, so couldn't ask for anything more in this deck. We would wonder more, but again we don't have it in the deck really, except the 4 damage on Skoaz. I guess you could say this is a removal. Getting this out of the way, right? We could go 2 untapped lands, but our hand is somewhat expensive. I'll just play the staff for now. Of your pre-combat main phase, you may discard a card. If you do exile top 2 cards, then you may choose one of them you may play. So you can get a land. I guess we're going this, and next turn potentially try to hit a land with that. So we get some value with it. Unless there's another play. And also like having a ram spell out just means we can do bigger things earlier. We're gonna make up for the tempo we lose by casting it. Well, this can pump the other one. Okay, so the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. Okay, we cannot do it now. Never mind. We have to go our turn. I'm thinking we could just bounce the. That's just awkward. We don't really need it that badly. I don't want them to pump too much here, because they're gonna deal damage. So I kinda can see just bouncing that now, or in their turn probably. Non-land permanent you don't control. Okay. Probably in their turn, because they cannot re-equip it, they have nothing else. And that means 1 less damage. Never token leaves the battlefield, okay. And now we can go here and ramp and next turn have a 7 drop. Okay, so that one dies reasonable. I mean, that was sort of expected. Okay, so we can decide now. I think this is on a May. Whenever you may, we can cast one and then bounce it on the second one. That might be better. There's gonna be more permanence there. So I would say we go this one first because vigilance. And again, I don't think... I mean, unless they have a discard. They have to set everything back. It's not like a bad bounce, but I think we do it next turn. I guess opponent... we give the impo opponent, we have another 7 drop. But we have enough mana even if they kill one. Okay, so that pays off. They'll have to recast everything. That can deal with the tokens later. Fine. That deals with the this and this also. And now we do it. Oh, that's quite an absurd card. It's also a 3 mana bounce spell at the core. And the hard part for opponent is they have to... basically a lot of this stuff is in the way. So if they do one thing, they won't be doing the other 3 things, right? So they just... there's no way they recast the whole hand in a turn. So what I'm thinking here is... okay, we could try to find the bounce spell. That would be completely sick. But if we go here and then do this... I mean, we can just trade and then finish that off. Or next turn finish that off. So basically this and draw spell is not bad. I can do it so we still find it. Right? But I have to tap like this. We find it pre-combat basically. And then we would have to keep a blue up here. Which means we sack 1 token, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. We get 1 more there. Oh, that's gonna be... I don't think we do that this turn. I just think we got a trade here. Because otherwise this gets worse. This out as well. This is kind of like... this is quite insane. Like Siege Gang Commander with generating like a token each turn with this combo. I don't think they'll have time to bestow. Okay. So they do answer that. Now we basically kill their board. Oh, wait. That might be better now first. And we know they don't have a removal and we probably will get more stuff. Nothing flies. Right now this flies only with a counter. Could draw here first. Yeah, 1 more life. An easy discard. Yeah, they cannot really attack with the lifelinker. They can pump the lifelinker if they want. Okay, this gives them flying. But that's fine. Okay, so they played it in a way where you don't kill most of their board, but fine. Ooh. That would be 2. We could... Now it's just better to go this, right? I could go Siege Gang, or keep on calling it Siege Gang, and then you have one bombs. Nah, just go this. And I could go 2-2. This comes back as a 1-1. And they still have to sack. Yeah, because I don't think at this point much can go wrong as long as we just finish the game in 2 turns. There is a mass removal, but it's energy dependent, I think. Okay, so this gives us blue, red, so technically we have all the mana. Some awkwardness with tap lands, but we can play spells along the way. Get a tap land down. Well, do I want the Trasher on 2? That's the question. Or would I rather have the other things? Because then I need to play this and fetch. I mean, I guess everything is tapped, so I might as well do that. I'll just fetch now. Fetch is only for 1. But then you don't have this on 3. Oh, like playing cards out. The longer it stays, the more value it generates. I mean, we have to cast cards from there, but it convoke my matter. We can get a land out. Okay, so what do we discard is then a question. Guess like this. Because we really still want lands. Okay, that is awkward. I could have not done it, by the way. Because there is some, which now looks better, but yeah. None are non-creature spells. I mean, it is what it is. Kinda have to go tap land. Because basically we lost a card there, but this survives for gaining cards anyhow. I think it was still reasonable to assume we'll get at least a land in 2 cards. But yeah, you cannot play both out, that's the problem. So maybe I actually misread that card. I thought you could play both out. Because now it's like, I don't think we even discard. I guess I could see discarding this. And then have a counter spell up. And just getting a land here is better than playing that out. But again, like we're dependent on getting a land. I'll still do it. I mean, there's also spells we can get. Well, awkwardness because we have to play this now. Cannot play it as a land. Oh, you can play it as a land. Okay, it does function like that. So that's pretty good. And then just have a counter up. Counter and that up. This when it dies. Well, they are using energy. So I think we counter that so we can just kill this without killing Trasher. Because they only have 1 energy. So we'll give them a card anyways. Can't really, I mean, they can pump it. Can't really pump for 2 probably. So you can just counter whatever they play. That's actually a pretty good one if we get it. What a scam! Well, we still counted a really good card. Okay, so they're not playing this turn. Fine. We do kill this without them. But we're definitely not in that great of a spot. I think I made a mistake early. Discarding here. What would actually matter now? I know it's in hindsight, but I actually misread that. I thought it was 2 spells. Would be maybe 2 Observe. Because they are the one now having card advantage. Plan. I mean, we're getting cards here, but yeah. Okay, so this puts us in interesting spot. But we still need... I think we still discard the land. We're getting 2 cards. This is not this turn. We need... and worse we cycle that to play. Maybe get here next turn. We need two colorless stuff now. This tapped and then... Yeah, I could still cycle this. Turn 3, 4, 5, 6. I could go also this into potentially that. They get a 3, 3, 1. We have enough time, we get a 2, 2. Cycling means we can maybe play something this turn. No. Just play the... This is a 7, 7 next turn. Into that and hope that's good enough. Because at the end of the day, we're still getting the 2-2, even though the 2-2, what it can... I mean, it can block, I guess. It doesn't make... Like, if they have a kill spell, they don't have a free attack. But yeah, the Amulet is a really good card. Raptor, okay, we might be dead. Yep. Looks like this is probably, oh well, I'll give it a shot, but I think that we're just dead on board. This allows us to come back, we can sack, oh that's actually, that was a good draw. That was a really good draw, because we can always sack the token to kill something. Block sack. Yeah, this amulet is completely wrecking us. We're just getting too many cards off of it. Another one. So I can block this. Although they might just... I don't think they can just bounce Commander here, can they? Maybe they want to though. Yeah, I guess they're gonna go for it. But it can sack itself, right? Not sure if that's... Probably have to though. Sack a token, but this would kill this. And then they can kill 3 tokens. Ugh. Awkwardness. I'll just sack it, I think we need... We need all the time we can get now. 3, 4, 5, 6. No problem is if they kill the tokens, you can't. But they're gonna kill the 2 and a token, I think. No, there's 3 tokens. Yeah, now we cannot play this. And block takes 7. Taking the damage from the amulet. What if I cycle counterspell, but then I'm jumping? Well, we're jumping here anyhow. Because otherwise this just dies and that's terrible. So I don't think we have another choice. Just hope we still get there somehow. Because this is gaining us life back, but yeah. So block. Problem is then we need to top deck a colorless land. Oh, it's 2 pair, okay. Okay, so the only, also the only way is them not having a spell here on the other one. Okay. Their deck looks like exactly what Izzet wants to do, while other ours is more like an Eldrazi thingy. It's not the main archetype in Blue-Red. But yeah, I did play sloppy at the beginning, so... Yeah, so there is no... Wait, they don't have energy though? If they have something, they have something, yeah. I think we needed that. That was our out. You can just choose there not to spend energy. Well played, opponent, well played. Okay, clunky hand, but I think it's a keep. Well, this one we cannot even cycle. Okay, this is like actually somewhat interesting. Have to draw then really something. I think I'm gonna still keep because like most of our spells are cheap. The upside is quite high. Get 1 ramp spell or something. Well, the worst possible draw, but yeah. If we had the blue one, that would be a little bit different. I don't think I want... No, it doesn't matter. No, but we want to keep the land as a colorless source. I think in this case, because we have the spawn gangs. Okay, so that's a relatively cheap... I mean, it's exactly on curse, so... Cannot block that though. And we scry into... Let's do a... Both of these are kinda awkward. So I think we just bottom both. This is just too slow. It has something to do next turn. And then you go siege gang. Spawn gang. But we would really want to get something else. There are some cards that we cannot cast. No, just bottom both. Might be greedy, but a 2-1 really doesn't do much. Yeah, this is something like these starts are really hard to beat, and our starts was not the best. Probably fetch a blue now. Okay, yeah. This is pretty much over. Let's concede here. That was crazy, Oppo. Okay, this gives us mana rock. We have 3 lands basically. Mana ramp into the draw spell to refill. Potentially 2 draw spells even. So starting with a more useless land. And this can be untapped, so this is the only one that's always tapped. Play this one out. Interesting. No, we want the red mana. I mean, this one can die though, but yeah. I mean, this one can die to artifact removal. Well, this charge, but yeah. Huh. Got a sketchy hand. Is that what it is? I think I want to save the monk now that we have lands. Okay, so it looks like something is up. No? Full control. There's their lands. Did they pass the turn accidentally or what's the deal? Get a mountain so we don't need to play that out. Still have 2 ways to produce Eldrazi or colorless or waste mana, however you want to call it. It's annoying. Well, we can ping it and then bolt it. We really want to do that, but then again we can just block it with an 0-4. So, not a big deal. Counterspell is interesting. I guess we just pass. I still don't want to cast the monk even if we don't play the mana. I could play this. Guess I played this and... yeah, then we only sack 1 to draw. Seems reasonable, or pink or whatever. Have a counter spell up. There are options. I would want to see this in action. That's why we drafted it. Like flipping actually into a copy. Well, now we can block here with a counter spell. I think it's somewhat safe. Even if we lose it. Ah, an awkward one to counter. I guess we do it, I don't know. Get it back next turn. Two tricks, they have 2 tricks. I do like that they lose the shield. Two energy. I can just kill that and then what, sack 1 token and another token. Kill the other one. Well, I guess we could also wait a turn, they gain haste. We can always keep this up, right? We take 3 and then like just do this. I guess then in that situation we might just kill the rhino. And then depends on what they play. Could also get a counter spell back, but just kill the Rhino here. Because if they play something that this kills, we don't even worry about killing the goblin, we take the damage. Right now we have a block here. That's fine. Tokens die. Well, that's a lot of removal spells. I have to make a decision now. Is a sack worth it? Because I think they're gonna play one out. I think it's worth it. We don't need... But if we play that out, I could just go here. But this is literally free and they don't get the... let's do this. Because we can play the monk here. Although, we lose red, we lose red, we lose red. We played this, I guess, also. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh no, we don't lose red, never mind. This doesn't require red. It's not siege gang. Yeah, fine. Them losing the energy does matter also. Once, I mean... Monk can get back a counter spell now, but cannot have it up. Probably just pass and draw. Let's see if we need to sack this, because I maybe want to keep it. Probably keep it. Score. Lose energy. I guess losing energy was the downside. Yeah. I really want to get another creature down. Because you also don't need the cards that badly. Okay, this can kill the score, but this game, we're fine. Like, we want to wait now till they get the 1/2/1. This might matter. Play this out. Get red in their turn. I'll counter up, although they do have all the 0/1s now to pay. There's an argument to play this tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we have the tokens. Okay, should be cracking this earlier though. So we have these for colorless mana either way. Also just do this, have a counter up. No, but then we just lose a spell for nothing. I know we don't have a counter up now, I guess we have this one up. But yeah. This is just too good to pass on. Can we play this? We can play this with a counter spell. I don't think we lose from that spot. Six, 7, 8. I mean, there's so many things we could do here, but we can play the Seed Spawn Gag next turn either way. And now having this up, I think seals the deal. There can be only a 4 damage removal spell. Well, we have this. This card in the way is kind of awkward, but we have the combo. We're just playing it mostly for the binding. Too bad I don't have a duel or something. I could play a forest potentially, but I don't think that's worth it. Okay, so that gives us Eldrazi. That's actually pretty good if this lives. And we kind of want it to live, because otherwise might not get the lands. Okay, there's a land. Could have a bounce up, but it would be bounce in response. But then they just do it in our turn, right? If we have man up, so that's a bad idea, I think. So red, we can get a blue. I'll play this. I guess he's just putting this in the bin. Because now we're really ramping, this is gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Take 2. The tap out, we kill 2 stuff, I think I'm going for it. Okay, I think I'm going for this. Lose enough. We do lose the token. Well, if we play this, we would get 2 tokens and then we have that already. There is that. Now we can extra draw. I think that's too good. Too good to pass on. Can draw to get a token still. Or I can attack. Just an energy. I mean, the problem gets that we don't really want to sack the land or that, so I think I'm just attacking. And we have a decent play next turn either way. Yeah, there's the boogeyman. The boogeyman has arrived. Doesn't do that much. would still be useful. But we do have a... Because we really want to keep the lands here. And we want to keep the draw spell, and I think we still want to draw. I'm drawing now to ram further. They have reach. It's funny is how much a common changes the dynamic of any game. Like, it's just so oppressive. Now, like, it's just the threat of activation and then ramp and it's having reach. Yeah, because how do we deal with that? I guess we bounce everything and then they have to... I don't know. I mean, we are bouncing at least. And you need 2 turns to set up. Still really awkward. It has to have to be an Eldrazi colorless spell, so it has to kind of be an Eldrazi. I mean, but this is big still. We're losing that one, but what can you do? I mean, I guess I could have, maybe I should have tapped the token, but keeping the tokens is maybe more useful here. Exile the top 3 cards of opponent's library and then you cast something. The girl. I don't know, the Hydra will be hard to beat. Can pressure them to sag those. I guess we can attack into it because then this finishes it off. I mean, they also use Hydra for less, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7. Wow. Okay, we could try to hit a removal from their deck. They are in black. That, I mean, doesn't help for us. Okay, so what's the real play here now? They just take the damage if we attack. This is 1, 2, 3, and we can sack 1. That's not enough. Squall gives us 4, 4, and they have to sack this. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. So plus 5 means 8. Then we can double block. That's maybe like... I could just go face, and then it would be a 9, 10. Still enough for us to double block. Or I could get their cards, which is pretty random. I think we go Squall face. I could kill the token, but that doesn't really help. It is gonna be a... Still have one stop, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. Plus 6 is 9 by attack. But they will just jump. So I could have attack with that. But then again, we can loot. Still have like then one out and getting something of theirs if they... But they have to spend the whole turn doing this. I don't think we sack these, we have spawn gang. Next turn it's double sack. Triple sack potentially, so it's 6 damage to face. I guess if they tap this down and use this token, we might win on the backswing with this damage. So that's another like option. What a game though. Man, it would be crazy if we actually hit that, but yeah, against one. Okay, 0 life because it's colorless. That might matter. Okay, they tapped green down. Interesting. So I am double blocking this, I think. I could jump. I mean, if I double block, they still get a big token, but I guess the big token we can contain. It's awkward that they have a removal, but what can you do? I also need to sack. Johnny kills one. Looks like their last card is something. I mean, I don't even pay that completely, but yeah. Ooh, that's huge. That is huge. How does the copy work with X? Wait, do we need a mountain now? 1, 2, 3. We need a mountain. Need to tap out properly. We'll see how this works. I'm even getting the 001, but I think it does work with X. The copy is the same. Yeah, it does. It should work because there were copy abilities from your perspective, or copy your own spell, and I have seen quite a few of these in action. Crackle plus copy in Strixhaven. Yeah, I mean, they technically have a win if they go for that, but they don't know about the counter spell. Well, why does this never work? So if we take it, we can sack 3. Gets them to... It's not good enough, I don't think we should take it. Their Skoa kills us then. Block. The random spell from there, probably a good turn to do that, although we could just play stuff out, which is just this. Oh wait, you may play these cards if you cast a spell this way. Okay, so we still have to spend the mana, so I guess we're going for here and just... I thought that you get a spell for free. Doesn't work like that. So we have lethal next turn if they attack. Or is it still worth it? Can go 2-phase and still play this for 2, but now we can actually no, we can. Yeah, we can actually kill this in response of them doing something. So we could also just kill this by sacking a bunch of our shit. Yeah, I'll just pass. I mean, it's definitely an interesting situation. If we go another Hydra, we can kill it basically. Oh wow. Um. You cannot really attack here though. Could go this and kill it, that was another option. Can still do. Yeah, we just win here. Whew. We have both colors of the mana and 2 into a 3-drop. I'll take that. Question mark. Probably search for it. The reason would be like, because we need colorless mana, but we have colorless mana here and here and can potentially draw more. We just will need red, that's the whole point of fetching there. Okay, I'm so tempted to leave this up now. Probably can do it. But also then the whole thing is like they go Crystallis and then we really want to counter the body part because the other things we can kill. We kinda have to counter almost everything. Well, this would be something we can do. I'll still just pass. It's like if they have crystal leaks, they'll go now. They do get the tokens, but yeah. Well, this I'll counter because just insane rate. Well, that never apparently flips. And now, I guess, draw. Okay, that can get it back. And they're doing it into open mana. No, they still probably do it then, yeah. But we cannot just not cast this. Makes it somewhat awkward. Options. Kill that later, we could just kill that with Squaw. Or we could go the big guy. You can see going the big guy, but right now they cannot bring anything back. I guess there's some... let's just go this. More mana efficient. There's some awkwardness if we get the bounce spell. Because this if it gets additional counters, it will just get something back. But the thing is about Squaw is like this is harder for us to deal with once it's on 6 than this. Guess we try to kill the 4/4 now. And then we have to kill the Dryad and start attacking with both. Puts pressure on them. I don't mind this play. But yeah. Okay, this can put a counter on the Witness. It's another Drazi. I think we actually attack both. I think that's the plan, and then depending on what they do, if they block, we can finish the creature off. Otherwise, we play that out. I mean, the removal is awkward, but it's fine. Now we just play this out. Now they still kind of have to deal with it somehow. I don't like losing the Drazis here. They might matter, otherwise I could have played that. Well, there's again the card. Have to have something. I think we block. 3+2. There's, I guess, just a -3, -3. I mean, we could take it and then just swing back. Probably just take it, swing back, or either take it or like lose one Eldrazi. I guess we take it here. Like, there has to be a reason they attack. So we'll grow. I can start with this. It's gonna be good. Like, both are gonna be good. This turn we go that, so I guess what we want to cast next turn is like this we draw and this we cast, right? Makes more sense. I mean, we have 2 turns. Oh, this we draw, so we get both before that either way. Go Siege Gang this turn. No. Always going that. Oh, oh no, wait, but then we drew already. It's worded the other way. Okay, okay. New cards are somewhat new, so I'm mixing things up. If it's a pump spell, I guess they can save the draw, which just gets really awkward. But I don't know what pump spell would go through that. But we will figure it out. I think it had to be the -3, -3. But I think then our attacks are still fine because this dice. Yep, look at that. Read them like an open book. I'm fine trading for that. It's pretty much a 2-for-1. Well, they still get something out of that. And them being on 8 like means that Spawn Gant is just gonna be really, really good. I'm chomping at this point, don't wanna take 6. Probably chump with that, because I wanna keep Eldrazi's around. 2 still deals 2 damage. I mean, I guess this gives us mana. Wow. We take 2, so we have then 5. 2 sacks, 3 sacks. Okay, so if I take it, we just win if they have nothing here, don't we? Because this is 5. 2, they go to 6, and then we have 1, 2 from this. 1, 2, and a 3rd sack. I guess we just take it. I mean, it's really awkward that they have a trampling effect and they survive somehow, but yeah. Did I mess something up? Wait, did I mess something up? Did I miscount? 5, 2, and this. Yeah, no, I didn't. So otherwise we just get a counter spell back. So Basically, this is one sack. Yep. A lot of stuff going on in this set, like being careful how you stack your triggers, how you tap your mana, what you fetch. So the games I think are longer because of that, not necessarily because of the speed of the format. Well, again, the awkwardness. I think we still keep. I don't know, like we get one blue source where we have a play to make. We get lands, it gets, I mean, we can get plays along the way. We are on the draw, so an additional card also there. But I could also see this going wrong. Open mult to 6, which I guess doesn't mean that much. That's actually a pretty solid draw. It helps us get here. And that helps us find lands. I guess it's this. I mean, it's also harder to kill. I mean, either one, it's kind of hard to kill. Although we could go this. No, but just getting closer to lands has to be the priority no matter what. Even if it dies. Oh, it looks as a -3/-3. They definitely had a stop. They were thinking about it, reading the card. That might be that to murder or whatever the murder similar type of card is in the format. But let's see. Okay. So we got a land. Does that mean we still try to get another one? And then also the question is, what do we discard? One of the draw spells. I definitely want to play the Sage. I'm thinking also not discarding here, but it gets awkward if they kill it now, right? Like we get closer to one more land. Or potentially get a play. But could see discarding a counter spell, although. Or the Skoa even, but yeah. Play that, we can potentially have this next turn. Yeah. Ooh, we could bounce the token. And then they need more tokens. I actually kinda like that. I know it's actually it's a little bit awkward, but this we kinda like this diminishes the effect of the that. We set ourselves back a little bit, but if this survives, we get another shot at it. Because now they need more tokens for this to matter. Okay. So they went for the upside, interesting. But now they cannot populate anymore. Get to double spell here. And now we can even cast this. Like, I think they will always go for Emrakul kill. Okay, no. Interesting. Oh, because that can block it, but fine. Just draw here, since... I mean, in their turn it would also mean we get a token. So, that was maybe unnecessary to do it here, but yeah. Do I like the trait? This is so far away and we get Skoa next turn, so probably don't trade is better. Even though either, I think it's fine. Makes things a little bit awkward. But this is still what? 7 mana right now. So we could go this, have a counter up and a draw up. Like, we're gonna get the siege gank eventually, or spawn gank eventually, so I wanna like keep on making the tokens. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still one short. Take that. We're on 22. It's funny as the ability stop mid draw, but yeah. I go score. Could get rid of that. It's just gonna be annoying when they flip it. I could bounce it though. I could go here, bounce it. Next turn. Could just like play the Eldrazi, start attacking. But then we don't have a counter up. I could go here. That's some awkwardness. We could also tap down for a turn. I mean, we have answers. I think I'm digging, tapping out. Also auto tapper, come on. Like this is like it literally showed a different land, so that was like I wanted to play this out. This would be what a 5. Yeah, but we'll just bounce it next turn if they do that. We're also winning the we're winning the race with a bounce. The crack one land. Okay, interesting. So they have a play to make. Oh, it's the last line. I needed to be careful there, but yeah. Both can attack. I think we're just fine with that. Just try to get them, try to kill them next turn basically. Need a blocker if they want to survive. That's one thing. Okay. Can we flip and just put it there? Let's go. I guess I could have also played that, but I think counter. If we tap out for a counter spell, whatever. Because they can play a spell this turn anyhow. Okay, so there was another removal, but that's fine. That is fine. We attack, get something back. Alright, chat. I'm eating a little bit. This is the last game, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with my talking, but it is what it is. This is a decent hand. Aggro is not my Other favorite matchup to face. Question mark is... I don't think we need to fetch. Yeah. Good is this can block well. Oh wow. Although, the start... We need to get here. Just need to get there. We have a plan, but it's more... Can they out aggro us basically? I think we have to play something that contests these creatures out. If you kill it, they probably don't have a creature. That makes a 3/3, which is ugly, but we can bounce the first one. I mean, we could go for a land. But I also don't think we discard this turn. I mean, we need to get a red source. That is a real concern. So either Spike, could have it up though. Discard a land to draw another land is an option. I do like all the other cards. This will refill. I think it is still the counters, but I don't want to gamble on not getting the lands. Okay, this probably is fine. Well, that's actually pretty good. I mean, we're gonna take a big hit if I do this, but... And I have to, because next turn we have this thing. They don't make another one though. Oh wow, are we dead? We might be dead here. Whew, that is insane. I mean, we're on the play, we probably are fine. We're on the draw. This is pretty absurd. You still have to decide, do they go for it? Because they do lose the Raptor, right? They can pump the Raptor, but then we block here, so they lose... I mean... I think ultimately you wanna go for it. Still, even if... Like, if they know about this, they obviously wanna go for it, but yeah. Yep. And then they wanna pump the Raptor here. Or I guess either way is bad for us, because they can make a 3/3. So there's really no good outcome here for us. Like, even with this, we might not come back. Now this survives. But it is what it is. So if I block one of the trees, we take 5, 9, 13 plus 1. And then we take 3 next turn as well, so we go to 2. Don't think we exile now. Oh, we take... Oh yeah. We can just also equip. Just mono bad scenarios here. 1, then we have a bounce for 1 next turn. They are at 2 energy at that point. We go to 1, okay. I mean, we're not dead yet. Okay, so start there. Have to discard that. We can play alongside the binding. I could play Siege Gang alongside binding, but also just say with this one. I guess like we can discard a land on that one. On this thingy, we don't do anything. And I guess here nothing. Although I kind of want to get a land. Maybe it's still that we can get it back next turn. Squaw is not good enough here. I mean, I would have gotten a land there, I guess, but Squaw, you can just only cast it this turn. These we can cast play next turn. Pass. I like the double block plus bounce, because then we get rid of their creatures. We need some breathing space here, basically. Them not playing a creature out. Was that a mistake? That might have been a mistake. Yeah, I should have done it pre them attacking because they couldn't re-equip. Oh, I just skipped the phase accidentally. There's that. So they don't use the mana. We need something insane here. We're gonna have an island. I mean, this might matter for that, but like we still need to draw something first, otherwise we lose to the flying equipment. We could have only casted that. Siege Gang means we get 1 pink. Guess it's discarding that, but like I really need this to win the game. But there's just no option for that. 5-6. Monk doesn't do much this turn, right? We get this back. Don't have enough mana. So it's that. We need to get closer to answers, basically. Okay, land is actually not bad. I can draw this card first. Although we might need a blocker. This is not okay. We can tap both down. And we lose that, so we play this tapped. No, but this we lose either way. So that's something we can do. But I could also loot. So we can convoke as well. So okay, so if I go. Okay, that's a plan. Get this back. And then I go this. And put bunch of stun counters on their stuff. That's an option. Just for all three. Well, we need the so for two basically, because we need this mana. Stun, stun. Pass. Ooh, wow. I mean, still. The fact that they still have all the mana, I know it's a problem, but at least that's a plan. Too bad we lost this. Maybe that was a way to do both. Maybe I should have not discarded it. Because there was too much to think, and now I just realized this plan after I went through all the other options, so I think I made a mistake discarding this, because that was a plan how to get back. We're on 1 life. Oh wow. Yeah, I might. That still is 2 flyers next turn. Do we have really an out? The double red. Another kite? Okay. We're on 1. I think realistically this we get back from this, but yeah. I was thinking this into that and then potentially get an Eldrazi to bounce anything, but now too much is happening. So now I think we need to discard this to 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could, like, maybe Eldrazi gets us back. We discard this now. I think we have to bank on this because this doesn't now kill anything. They have too many flyers. 3 flyers for 1 bounce to matter. I think we're just trying to get closer to Eldrazi. This we have to discard, right? Now we have 2 bounces, but then 2 bounces mean we do survive a turn. You'd bounce this and then nah. Now doesn't really mean we survive. Go here. Double Siege Gang, discard 1. Come on, 1 Eldrazi. Ah. Not good enough. Don't have a better idea than bouncing this, hope they block, but even though, then I don't know how we deal with this. Yeah, I mean, we were a turn off. Like, maybe the Eldrazi play was actually the... something that could get us back. Yeah, okay, they figured it out. And that's game. I have to revisit this. I was maybe playing sloppy. I think we needed this plan. Because I completely forgot we have enough energy. I just realized it later once I already discarded that we have enough energy that this lets us survive. So basically these two together. So we could have gone Commander, this, and then next turn Breaker.